Greetings, welcome to Indigo. Today we are doing a pick a card reading about new partners, qualities, characteristics, that sort of thing. So basically, the question would be, what is my new partner going to be like? So take a second. We have group 1 with the key, group 2 with the lock, and group 3 with the heart pendant. So take a minute and see which one draws your eye, which one intrigues you, and then we'll get started. Okay, group 1. Those of you who picked the key. Who holds the key to your heart? So you have the Justice card. So any kind of partner that you're looking for, issues of fairness are going to be really important to you. You want someone balanced, someone who can speak their truth, but also listen when you speak your truth. Someone who might literally be they might be in the law and order profession. So that could be anyone from a lawyer, a judge, a policeman, a woman, anybody who's interested in the law and in fairness. Could even be a social justice worker or maybe even somebody in social work. But issues of fairness are at the heart of what drives them. Your next card is the Knight of Wands. So knights are younger. They have a younger energy. The Knight of Wands is a very active energy. This is somebody who is very driven, very ambitious. Maybe you might even describe them as exciting or fiery. They have that sun energy. They're someone who probably likes to travel. They like to gather experiences. Knights have left court and they're on their quest in life. And the Knight of Wands seems to be on a quest for achievement and experience, that kind of thing. They're very, very action-oriented. All right, your next card is the Knight of Pentacles. This knight is a slower knight, slow and steady. He's very much concerned with getting a nice footing in life, getting a good job, saving some money. It's a very practical, finance-minded person. Someone who later in life might grow into the King of Pentacles, and so is going to be attracted to the finer things in life. But for right now, is really working on, getting a secure foundation in their life. And their catchphrase is, "I deserve financial security." So in terms of a partner, it seems that you want one who is fair-minded, but someone who is someone you can count on and who's steady, but who also has a little spice, somebody who's a little excitement there. You do have to be a little bit on the alert. If, for instance, this reading connotated two different people coming into your love life, you might want to think about that, the qualities they have, because this particular knight is someone who might be really fun. You might have a passionate affair, even, physical affair, and yet the embers might grow cold kind of quickly. So it might be fun and wonderful, but then not very long lived. Whereas this one might be a little less exciting, but it might have more of a future, a long-lasting future. So those are just some contrast in qualities. I get the feeling that probably you like the whole package, whereas someone who's going to have that is driven and a little bit exciting and passionate, but they're also have a good head about them, and they're pretty steady with their avocation and such. All right, group 1. I hope that was helpful in some way. Group 2. You had the lock. So perhaps you want to get a lockdown on this new love. Let's take a look and see who we might be talking about. The Knight of No, I'd keep doing that. The King of Swords. I don't know. I have a little bit of an issue with this. Anyway, the King of Swords. So kings are mature. They're, they come from a place of authority. They may even have work in life that, honors that position. So they could be in some kind of position of authority. They could be a professor. They could be anything involved in communication, strategy. So this could represent a police officer. It could represent somebody in the military. Really anybody in the communications field. Or in the acquisition of knowledge and the expression of that knowledge. Sorry. So, all right, let's put that aside for a moment. Next up is the Knight of Cups. So Knights of Cups wear their hearts on their sleeves. They're very sensitive sorts, maybe even intuitive. Could be psychic even, but they certainly are in touch with their emotions. They could be poets, artists, musicians, they just have a sensitive side to them. And they may not have as much experience in life, but they're very much in touch with their emotions, and so they're also very comfortable expressing them. And this knight's catchphrase is, "I know that the right person waits until I am ready." So they're not going to move. They're going to maybe work at a slower pace, but they will get there. The next card is the Magician. So magicians they have very skillful people. They have a lot of skills, they have a lot of tools, and they can manifest things in their life. So this person, if we were looking at work, could be in sales. There's somebody that's gonna, they spin a little bit of a web, right? I mean, they could be storytellers. This is somebody that has skill in creating and manifesting in their life, and so it has a lot of expressions. But if we were to take all these qualities as being qualities of one person, your potential partner, then it would be somebody who has that kind of warrior energy, but they also have the sensitive side. They're in touch with their emotions, and they're also able to use their skill sets to manifest a way forward in their life. They can make things happen in their life. That's a lot of different qualities there in one person. And, I forgot to mention that these cards do have gemstones. So if you wanted to work with them, the gemstones, you could. This one has ametrine. That's one I'm not as familiar with. The Knight of Cups has angel aura quartz. And the Magician has citrine. That one I know quite well. Citrine is a really gorgeous kind of orangish yellowish stone. So you could work with that if you want. All right, that's it for group 2 for the moment. I'm going to set you aside. Group 3, you're up on deck. And you chose the little heart pendant here. So what kind of person might be a good love match for you? We have the King of Pentacles. So once again, kings are mature. It doesn't necessarily mean in age, but it means in their maturity level. They're just, I'm kind of repeating myself here, but anyway, they have a certain amount of life experience, and they know how to make decisions based on that. So they tend to be kind of level-headed. The King of Pentacles is concerned with things related to money, finances, security, home, that business, that sort of thing. His catchphrase is, "I'm sure of my place in the world." The next card you have is the Star card. This is a card all about hope. So it seems that you want somebody that's going to have a very optimistic point of view, somebody who sees the cup as being half full, not half empty. And his or her catchphrase is, "I am inspired and positive about the future." Your last card is the Hermit. The Hermit is someone, in this tradition, is somebody who is maybe even spiritually on a spiritual quest, spiritually minded, but at any rate, it's somebody that can go within, really reflect inward, and then bring that knowledge out for the benefit of other people. And you can see that he's a very good guide. The Hermit is somebody that can guide people, can guide you to bigger truths. In terms of a mate, this person, in terms of avocation, for instance, this person might be a writer. This is somebody that does their work kind of independently, on their own, but then brings it out to the public. But they're not the type of person who would be, like maybe running for office. They're not that far out. They tend to keep to themselves a bit. They like to, keep their own company, and they're not out bragging about themselves all over the place. They're kind of quietly acquiring their knowledge, their spirituality, and they're reflecting on life in a more inward fashion. But in terms of avocation, this could also represent a teacher, anyone that is used to going inward. I guess you could even say, like, could be a psychologist, a yoga instructor. I mean, anybody that is, going to go within and reflect on life's bigger truths and then bring those outwards, for the world to see, that kind of thing. All right, so all 3 cards here, let's go over them again. We have the King of Pentacles, so somebody who is good with money and interested in a nice solid foundation, somebody who's mature, somebody who is hopeful about life in general and about the future, and somebody who knows how to go inward and reflect on themselves, so somebody who's self-aware. So that altogether seems to be someone who might be a good partner for you. If you wanted to work with the gemstones that go with these cards, you could do that. You have pyrite for this card. That's fool's gold if you're not familiar with it. You have sodalite for this card, and that is a gorgeous blue stone. And you have turquoise for the hermit card. Like in my one ring here, the turquoise there. Turquoise is considered a very protective stone. So that's it for group 3. I hope that provided you some insight, and I wish you much luck on your path for love, your quest for love. All right, I feel like I forgot maybe group 1. I'm going to come back to you for a minute because I think I forgot to tell you about your stones. So I apologize about that if I did. Group 1, you have sodalite, yellow calcite, and pyrite. Also, sunflowers is a plant associated with this card, with the wand suit, really. So you could work with that. And of course, you see in the Justice card here, we have all of the colors of the chakras. So, as I guess it's talking about, keep getting yourself imbalanced. I guess it's never a bad thing. Working on getting your own energy in balance. Okay, I think that is it for today. Once again, I wish you luck on your path to love. If you would like to have a personalized reading, one that's about you and your issues, and you can book me at runeindigo.etsy.com, and see you next time.